Before a child ever learns how to read, before they understand right or wrong, before they know what the world expects from them, they learn one silent lesson: how they are treated at home. They learn it in the tone of a parent's voice when they make a mistake. They learn it in the way their feelings are answered or ignored. They learn it in the moments no one thinks will matter. Kindness is not something children are born knowing how to practice. It is something they absorb. And the very first place they absorb it is inside their family. A child who grows up surrounded by kindness doesn't just become polite. They become secure. They learn that love does not disappear when emotions get messy. They learn that mistakes don't make them unworthy. They learn that relationships are safe places, not battlefields. But when kindness is missing at home, something quiet begins to break. Words become sharper. Silence becomes heavier. And love slowly turns into something conditional. Something that must be earned instead of something that is freely given. Every parent wants their child to grow up kind. But kindness isn't taught through lectures or rules written on walls. It is taught through everyday choices: how we listen, how we correct, how we respond when we are tired, stressed, or disappointed. The first lessons of kindness are not about saying please or thank you. They are about respect. They are about patience. They are about how power is used inside a family. Because one day, that child will step into the world and treat others the same way they were treated at home. And the kindness or cruelty they carry will often trace back to the smallest moments we thought they would forget. But children never forget how love made them feel. Kindness inside a family is built quietly, in moments so ordinary they almost go unnoticed. It is built at the breakfast table when a child is allowed to speak without being rushed. It is built in the car ride to school when frustration is answered with calm instead of criticism. And it is built at night, when a child is corrected with guidance instead of shame. Children are always watching. They watch how parents speak to each other when no one else is listening. They notice how anger is handled, how apologies are given or avoided. From these moments they learn what love looks like when life is hard. When a parent listens without interrupting, a child learns that their voice matters. When a parent admits they were wrong, a child learns that humility is strength, not weakness. And when a parent chooses patience over punishment, a child learns that mistakes are part of growth, not proof of failure. But small daily choices can also damage kindness. Constant yelling teaches fear, not respect. Sarcasm teaches a child to hide their feelings. Comparing siblings teaches competition instead of connection. Over time, these habits slowly erode trust, turning family bonds into fragile threads. A child who feels emotionally safe at home grows a strong inner compass. They become more empathetic because empathy was first shown to them. They become more patient because patience surrounded them when they struggled. Kindness becomes natural, not forced, because it was modeled consistently. The truth is, children don't need perfect parents. They need present ones. They need parents who choose connection even on difficult days, who understand that discipline without kindness creates obedience, but discipline with kindness creates character. Inside a healthy family, kindness is not a rule. It is a language. And when children learn this language early, they carry it into friendships, classrooms, and eventually, into the families they will one day create themselves. Kindness is easiest to offer when everything is calm. But families are not built in calm moments alone. They are built in chaos, in exhaustion, in the times when patience feels thin and emotions run high. Every parent reaches moments when stress speaks louder than love. Bills pile up. Work follows you home. A child refuses to listen after being told the same thing for the 5th time. In these moments, kindness is no longer automatic, it becomes a choice. And this is where the deepest lessons are taught. When a parent raises their voice, a child may obey, but inside something shrinks. They begin to associate love with fear. They learn to stay quiet instead of being honest. But when a parent pauses, takes a breath, and speaks with control, the child learns something far more powerful: that emotions can be managed without hurting others. Kindness does not mean permissiveness. It means correction without humiliation. It means setting boundaries without breaking trust. A calm explanation teaches far more than a loud command ever could. Children also learn kindness by watching how parents treat themselves. When parents show self-respect, rest when needed, and apologize after losing control, children learn that kindness includes accountability. They learn that strength is not about dominance, but about emotional awareness. On the other hand, Constant negativity teaches children to internalize blame. They begin to believe that love must be earned by being perfect. Over time, this damages confidence and creates emotional distance within the family. The hardest moments, the tantrums, the arguments, the defiance, are actually the most important classrooms. These are the moments when a parent can either pass down anger or pass down emotional intelligence. Because every time kindness is chosen over control, a child learns that relationships are built on understanding, not fear, and that lesson stays with them far longer than any punishment ever will. In a quiet suburban neighborhood in Minnesota, there lives a family that looks ordinary from the outside. A small blue house, a neatly trimmed lawn, two parents juggling work, schedules, and the endless responsibilities of raising children. Mark and Emily are raising their 8-year-old son Lucas. Like many parents, they want Lucas to grow up kind, confident, and emotionally strong. But like many families, their days are often rushed. Mornings feel like battles. Evenings are filled with homework, tired voices, and the pressure to keep everything running smoothly. One night, after a long day at work, Mark comes home exhausted. Lucas is struggling with his homework, frustrated and close to tears. When Mark tries to help, Lucas snaps back. His voice rises. His words are sharp. For a brief moment, Mark feels anger rush in. The urge to yell is strong. It would be faster, easier. He has done it before. But this time something stops him. Instead of reacting, Mark sits down. He takes a slow breath. He notices Lucas's shaking hands, his clenched jaw, the fear hiding behind the attitude. "Looks like you're having a hard time," Mark says quietly. Lucas freezes. No yelling. No punishment, just understanding. That single sentence changes the entire moment. Lucas begins to cry. Not because he's weak, but because he finally feels safe enough to release the pressure he's been holding all day. Mark listens. Emily joins them. No phones. No interruptions. Just presence. That night, homework still takes time. Mistakes still happen. But something more important is built: trust. This is how kindness grows inside a family. Not in perfect moments, but in imperfect ones where parents choose connection over control. Where children learn that emotions are allowed, and love does not disappear when things get difficult. And Lucas will remember this moment far longer than any correct answer on a worksheet. One day, every parent will stop holding their child's hand. The house will grow quieter. The routines will change. And in those moments, what remains will not be the rules that were enforced, but the feelings that were built. Children may forget exact words spoken years ago, but they will remember how safe they felt when they were afraid. They will remember whether home was a place of comfort or criticism, whether love felt steady or fragile. Kindness is the first language children learn. Long before logic, long before discipline, long before success. And parents are the teachers of that language, whether they realize it or not. Every calm response during chaos teaches emotional control. Every apology teaches accountability. Every moment of listening teaches respect. Families are not damaged by mistakes. They are damaged when mistakes are met with shame instead of understanding. But families are strengthened when kindness is chosen again and again, even after failure. If there is one lesson every parent must teach, it is this: love does not disappear when emotions get difficult, because a child who grows up knowing that truth will carry it everywhere. Into friendships, into marriages, into the way they raise their own children someday. And that is how kindness survives in a world that desperately needs more of it, starting inside one family, one home, one choice at a time.